Welcome to Fewer Things Better. This is the place for all of us who are big on goals and short on time. Together, we'll explore smart, simple ideas on how to retrain your brain and unlock your life. I'm your host, Kristin Graham. Let's get started. This podcast spends a lot of time exploring the brain science, psychology, and research behind how we think, decide, and move through the world. But today, we're taking a micro look at the places and spaces in our everyday life. These real life spots where things quietly pile up, fade into the background, or accumulate automatically. This isn't about overhauling your whole life. We're just going to take a quick tour. Think of this as a fast pass through the everyday areas that may be holding more cognitive clutter than you realize. The bottom line on top of this episode is that clutter often forms where dust is collecting on decisions. And just a few minutes of fresh attention might bring a surprising momentum to your everyday. So before we begin, grab two things for this week: a bag and a box. Just have them out somewhere visible. The bag is for trash. The box is for donations. You don't have to do anything with either of them now. Just have them handy. Because we're not going to do a giant clean out project. These are going to be your quiet companions on our cognitive clutter tour. So come with me as we make our way through a few familiar places. We're going to start with counters. I told you we were going micro. And by counters, I mean any flat surface that has quietly become a holding zone. In the kitchen, bathroom, maybe it's the dresser, your desk, side table by the couch, or over by the front door where things just seem to settle in as soon as they're inside. These are the drop zones of daily life. And most of us have at least one. Counters seem to collect the faded clutter. The items are still visible, but familiarity makes them blend a bit into the background. And these are also places with things that we love too, like photos or mementos. So the action for this week is to pick one counter area, just one, and look again at what's there. Maybe sort through the tech. Do you really need 4 chargers there? And do you still need the USB one? Recycle the junk mail, etc. Move anything along that has a home in another spot. But then choose one fun object and either take it from a counter where you were and put it somewhere unexpected, or move something fun over to that counter. Add something colorful, something you enjoy. Because when familiar things appear in unfamiliar places, your brain starts to notice them again. Now let's move to corners. Corners are where the invisible things gather. That forgotten sweatshirt, the pile over near the outlet, that one drawer, the outdoor boots. Corners fall outside of our daily attention. And your brain learns to stop scanning them. So take a quick pass through a corner and just ask, why is this here in this spot? If it belongs somewhere else, great, reroute it. If you no longer have a need for it, let the bag or the box decide where it goes. And if you find that mystery sweatshirt you've been missing for a couple months, well, then that's a bonus. Now, let's move on to cupboards. Cupboards are where yesterday's decisions keep living long after they've stopped making sense. At one point, every cupboard had logic. Okay, this shelf is for the mugs, that drawer is for the towels, over here is where we're putting our pantry items. But over time, our memory just lapsed a little bit. You forget what's already there. Do we need salt? I better get some just in case. And suddenly you have 4 boxes of rice, 6 half-used bottles of salad dressing, and 11 coffee mugs when you only ever use 2 of them. Cupboards are where duplicates hide in plain sight. So here's your cupboard action. The next time you're putting something away in that place, just pause and look at 3 other things that are there. Just 3. That's enough to create momentum without triggering overwhelm. We don't have to go through every single mug. But the small decisions that your brain completes can give you a little burst of satisfaction. So when you ask yourself, wait, are these still current? Are they needed? Would I buy this again? If yes, fantastic. Keep it with confidence. If not, then it's time to liberate them. Off they go. And I remember reading somewhere that you should only really have one good knife, so you don't have to go searching through them all. And that's so true. We tend to hang on to what we had even as we upgrade. So here's your chance to pick quality over quantity. Next, we come to closets. Okay. The clutter here tends to be more emotional, a little heavier. Closets aren't just storage. They can be time capsules. They hold our past and current identities, who we were, who we thought we'd be, and sometimes who we're no longer becoming. A few months ago, I was visiting my mom and I was helping her go through her closet. And she insisted this one shirt she had wasn't as old as I remembered. So I dug through my phone and found a photo from 1994 where she was wearing it. I proved my point, and she did gently put it in the giveaway pile. But closets do that, right? They preserve time in fabric form. And sometimes that's wonderful. Memories matter. But memories don't always need a hanger. Sometimes we keep things not because we use them, but because they represented something, a season, something closer. Just to share, I still have my wedding dress. And it's not for sentimental reasons. I'm divorced. It's just that I don't know what to do with it or where to donate it. And so I've just moved it from closet to closet. It's easy to get overwhelmed quickly when you start to re-look at it all. So this isn't an all-at-once effort. In fact, focus is your friend here. The next time you go looking for something, sweaters, shoes, socks, whatever, just pause in that category and ask yourself, do I still wear this sweater? Does this still fit my life now? I got rid of a lot of shoes after COVID. Or could this be someone else's new favorite thing? And if letting go feels difficult, give your items a meaningful next destination, like local shelters, nonprofit organizations like Dress for Success, and even animal shelters can often use towels and blankets. When something leaves your closet with purpose, it can become easier to release it. Okay, last stop on our tour is calendars. Now, stay with me. This part matters. This is where clutter gets technical. So, calendar clutter doesn't sit on counters or pile up in corners. It hides inside email and obligation. And like our closets, sometimes it's there because it's been there a long time. It's a recurring meeting, it's that volunteer commitment, it's a social group, maybe it's an event. And something gets on our calendars, it often feels like it almost needs a permission slip to come off of it. We can feel obligated to keep showing up. But you're allowed to update your time to reflect your current life and your current schedule. Sometimes in our rush to clear out our inbox, we accept calendar invites without fully realizing we just committed future hours of our life. So here's the question as you look at it. If this landed on your calendar today for the very first time, would you still say yes? Enthusiastically? If not, you don't need an extended explanation. You can simply say, my schedule has shifted, so I'm going to step back from this moving forward. Or, I need to change my RSVP. I won't be able to attend after all, but I hope it's a great event. That's enough. So, here are 2 calendar opportunities for the week ahead. First, sit down and look at your calendar for the next week or the next 2 weeks and free up 30 minutes. Just 30. Cancel something, shorten it, delegate it, shift it. Can someone else attend instead of you, or carpool? Or can you just get an update after it happens? Second, look at the next month and block off 2 full hours on any day for any time, but those hours belong only to you. Put them on the calendar, even if you have no idea what you'll do with them, because this is bigger than a calendar. This is about strengthening the emotional muscle of putting yourself on the same level of other commitments. We make promises to everyone else about our time. You get to make that promise to yourself too. So here's a quick recap of our tour from today. We looked at the counters. We noticed things in the corners. We peeked inside the cupboards. We opened the closets, and we revisited the calendar. You don't need to tackle all 5. It's probably better that you just choose one to start. What sparked an idea? What feels overdue? Or which one did you find yourself resisting the most? That's usually the place worth beginning. Sometimes even a small refresh can create a big sense of relief. And when you clear even a little cognitive clutter, you create room for something else, or something better, or just space to notice what you already have. So wherever you choose to begin, I hope you find what you need and make room for more of what matters. For more Fewer Things Better, find us over on YouTube or join our newsletter at unlockthebrain.com/newsletter. See you next time.